All right, Bruchim Abayim, welcome everyone. It's Friday. We usually do a shir in the Maharal. Let's do a quick one. Exodus chapter 22, verse 17. It says, "Machashefo lo yisechayeh," which I think is King James renders, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." It just literally means a witch should not be allowed to live. Rashi says, "Elatumas bebeisdin." It's not that you're just randomly killing witches, but rather she has to be tried and have a fair trial. So I'm going to get another phone call, but she has to have a fair trial. And really, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, male or female. But it seems that there were more women who were witches than men. And there's no such idea, a male witch is a warlock. A male witch is also a witch, actually. Anyway, but here, that's in English, but in Hebrew, the male witch would be a machashef, and the female would be machashefa. So elatumas beveisdin. So zok the heilige zay the Maharal meprax chusi gelenim kol shulamain, that it should have a fair trial and be executed in the court. The ein perish kasav shalei yitnu lo mazon lach yisoisa kamoy v'chayachich yimach. Meaning the reason why Rashi is saying this is it doesn't mean you don't like starve a witch to death or something. You don't give her food because it says your brother should live with you. So rather, they have to have a proper fair trial in the bezdin, in the court. Why does it have to mention the court? Means that you shouldn't say, oh, you can't sell food to a witch, so she should die of starvation. That's why it has to say. That's why Rashi has to mention that it has to be in the court. And even though it doesn't say he should die, it just says it shouldn't live, the scripture. So what, meaning other sins a person commits, it says that the person should be put to death. But why here it just said should not be allowed to live? It's a very strange form that the scripture has here. Rather, it says it's not the positive that they should kill her or him, as Rashi says, but rather that they should not be allowed to live. So what does that mean? Means that if the Bezdin let her go and didn't execute her, then they would be giving her life. Shekol Bezdin ba'olam hadanin ubanhigin es Yisrael, the ones, every Jewish court that judges and leads the Jews, they are giving livelihood and life to the people. It's interesting. People often think the other way, that the people are supporting the Bezdin. It's the other way around. It's the Bezdin that keeps the people alive. That's why a leader is called a Parnes. Parnes means a benefactor, someone who's supporting financially. Because the benefactor, the leader, is giving life to the people. So if they're letting her live, they're giving her life. And the thing is, what kind of life does she deserve? Meaning, if she's living a Torah life, then she has life. But otherwise, no. Void. And furthermore, aklal, mechayas aprat. The general idea gives life to the particular. If they let her go, or the community supports the individual. If they let her go, they're giving her life. That's why Rashi says that she should be put to death in the court. The Parakar B'Misas and the Gemara in Sanhedrin, Samach Zayin Amud Aleph 66a, which teaches about capital punishment. Yalef Rabbi Akiva the Machshefa B'Skila. Rabbi Akiva learns that the punishment for a witch is stoning. The Chsiv, as it says in Exodus 19:13, in Behemim ish leyachaya. If it's an animal or a man, you should not let him live. V'sham skila mefereshes, and there it's talking about stoning. Venerally, and seems to me, says the Heilige Zayim Maharal meprags chosagleinu l'kach kosav b'hai lishna. That's why it's written in this language. Why it doesn't say kill the witch, rather it says don't let her live. Because witchcraft, sorcerers, they're dealing with things that are outside of the reality of the world. But my sayim azarim, with their strange deeds, that they're doing, something like this, you shouldn't allow it to continue to exist and to live. That's why it says don't let her live. Things that don't belong in the world, that don't even exist, they're just nonsense. And they're creating all kinds of psychological, mythological archetypes and creating things that are outside of what the world really exists upon. It just creates problems. So they shouldn't be allowed to have life in the world. We shouldn't give any support to any type of witchcraft or anything like that. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later. How do I turn this off?